in the delivery of these services.
Good morning, Mr. Chair.
Yeah, thank you. Before we'll proceed with the opening of bids for civil works projects, we'll again request somebody to lead us in here.
Landslide in Junior School. Dear God, we thank you so much for this year given us. And we ask for your guidance so we'll be able to do it with this procurement activity today. We ask this in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ, your Son. Amen.
So let's now proceed to the scheduled procurement activity, specifically opening of bids will now come to order. And we have a bidder for this project 26PF0004. What firm?
Construction, sir. Mr. Chair.
Any more? None? Only
one.
okay. So we will now open the envelope of Malco Construction. Start with these technical documents. Mr. Marlon, please do the scrutiny of the documents.
So first, we'll check the field chips.
Okay, so yes, field chips.
Field chips platinum membership, which is valid until June 25, 2026.
Okay, so valid values registration. So it's automatic that all the other registrations, the permits are embodied in the certificate. The other eligibility documents.
So other eligibility documents are the detail certificate.
I'll just check the validity.
The validity expiration date will be on August 13, 2029. And then next is the mayor's permit issued last January 6, 2026. So expiration date will be on December 31, 2026. And then next is the tax clearance issued last February 4, 2026. So expiration date will be on February 4, 2027. Next is audited financial statement.
Okay.
So next is the pickup license. Expiration will be on January 20, 2020.
Okay, so since the amount of the project is almost 4 million, I think the other requirements can be waived, such as the SLCC. And, so please see, check if the bid security attached to the documents.
Yes, Mr. Chair, and attach bid security in the front of bid securing declaration. Says notarized by attorney Hor Titama.
Okay. Next, the final chart for the contract.
Yeah, but that's organizational chart. Yeah, that's
The other documents.
the other documents. List key personnel, qualification data, and it's not notarized. The key personnel's affidavit of commitment to work in the contract.
Then equipment.
Then that's equipment. So yeah, here the list of that's the list of contractors, major construction laboratory equipment leads to the contract. The attached supporting documents such as the ORs, CRs of the equipment, and bid of sales. We have here cash invoice for one Bado mixer, and then various hunters.
Next, the omnibus on statement.
There's an omnibus yeah, but that's omnibus sworn statement, Mr. Chair, and is
Updated.
that is in the updated form. And it is notarized by attorney Horty Tang.
Next, the financial statement. So,
The
documents. In the completion of the NFCC.
The NFCC is 106,761,644.7. What's the NFCC, Mr. Chair?
Then last required documents, the copy of the Philippine bidding documents.
Yeah, but that's the copy of the Philippine bidding documents, Mr. Chair.
Okay, so is the contractor okay with the required technical documents? Kasado ba?
Complying, Mr.
Complying.
Chair. Complying.
Okay, since it's a loan bidder, so we'll proceed with the opening of his financial documents. Okay, so proceed with the documents or the, okay, let's do the honor of identifying the documents.
For the financial component, you have the table of contents. And the bid form. Next is the summary bid prices and the bill of quantities. And then next is the detailed estimates. With the summary of labor rates and materials and equipment used in coming up with the bid. And then next is the cash flow by quarter, representing 84 calendar days.
Okay, so to comply.
One, Mr. Chair.
So contractor complied with all the required documents, so let's now examine the bid offer. So the amount of the bid is 3,827,680 pesos and 70 centavos only. 3,827,680.70. Variance is negative 0.54%. Then since he's a lone bidder, so contractor is the lowest bid, the subject for further bid evaluation and post qualification. Okay, so next project. Is there any bidder? Decent price. That's it, done so. Okay, so for 26PF0005, ito, Daisyo Construction Services. Okay, so let's proceed with the open. Okay, so just identify the documents.
So bounder, it's spoke bounder with lifter, all in capital letters.
So let's now examine the technical documents. It says if the contractor has a valid Phillips registration.
Yeah, Philips registration. It's a platinum membership. It's valid until February 24, 2027.
Okay.
With that's this attachment, that's DTA certificate, which is will expire on August 7, 2029. And then we have their mirrors permit, will expire on December 31, 2026. And next is the tax clearance. Will expire on December 19, 2026. And they have here the audited financial statement filed last March 5, 2026. And then they have here their pickup license. Expiration is on December 3, 2026. The principal classification of the license is general engineering with the category D. That's all, Mr. Chair.
Next, please check if there is an attached statement of all ongoing contracts, government or private.
Statement is yeah, the ongoing contracts, various ongoing contracts, which is in under the government of Benguet, provincial government of Benguet. They have 4 ongoing contracts under the provincial government of Benguet, Mr. Chair.
Okay. So the bid security.
For the bid security, yeah, attached bid security is in the form of bid securing declaration, and then it's notarized by Attorney Marlon Lagadan Calvino. And Mr. Chair.
Okay. About the other supporting documents or the organizational chart.
Yeah, their organizational chart with yeah, that's with the list of key personnel. Attached here are the their biodatas and the commitment to work in the contract. It is with the notarized certificate of employment, notarized by the attorney, same lawyer, Marlon Caltino. And then here's that's the list of contractors' major equipment. For the own, we have 6 units, and for lease, we have 10 units, and under purchase agreement, none. With attached wars and shares. Here another attachment is the war of minimum testing in minimum testing materials for small contractors. Other is cash sales invoice for testing materials.
Lease agreement. Lease agreement.
Another one is lease agreement in between void plain tubes in the licensee, Mr. Michael Dyer Jr., notarized by the same lawyer, Attorney Calvino,
For what equipment?
for one unit backhoe, 1 unit roller, and 1 unit joint sealer. Another one is a deed of sale, heavy equipment.
And attachment list contract agreement.
It's the attachment of this contract agreement. Another one, contract of lease for 1 unit loader. This is in between Ken Cubus and the contractor, notarized by the same lawyer. With that supporting documents, it's just the deed of sale. Another one is a contract of lease for 1 unit dump truck, and between Amil Ong and the contractor, again notarized by the same lawyer, with attached ORs in share of the equipment.
So the equipment then 2 million.
Another one is a contract of lease for 1 unit transit mixer between Joseph Yogos Jr., the contractor, notarized by the same lawyer, with the attached certificate of registration and official receipt, which is valid until July 31, 2027.
Okay, so
That's it, Mr. Chair.
the omnibus zone statement.
That's omnibus zone statement, and it is updated. Says notarized by the same lawyer, Attorney Calvino. Financial contracting capacity amounting to 75,863,785.83.
And in the copy of the Philippine billing documents.
And attached here is the copy of the Philippine bidding documents.
Okay. So again, loan bidders will open the financial component.
This is the financial component. It's book-bounded, partially capitalized, and with lift up.
Okay, so please take the presence of the copy of the financial bid form, bid prices and developed quantities, duly accomplished detailed estimate, and then the cash flow by quarter.
Okay, Mr. Chair. So there's a bid form. Then second is there is the bill of quantities. And then summary of bill of quantities. Then next is the detailed estimates with the summary of unit price for materials, labor rates and equipment rentals used in coming up with the bid. Then last is the cash flow by quarter, representing 93 calendar days. Fine.
Okay, so
That's it, Mr. Chair.
now examine the bid offer. So the amount of bid is 3,268,968 pesos and 79 centavos. 3,268,968.79 with no discount offered. Variance is negative 0.64. Again, loan bidder. So what's this? Daisio? Daisio Construction Services. That's the lowest bid. Subject other bid evaluation and post qualification. The next 26BF0010. We have a bidder. Okay, so no bidder for 26BF0010. So what's the pleasure of the body?
Since there's no bidder, so it is a failure of bidding. I move that it's a failure of bidding, Mr. Chair.
Second motion.
Okay, so move and seconded. So since there is no bidder, it's declared that 26BF0010 that there's a failure of bidding for this project. Next, 26BF0012. Is there a bidder? Okay. One. No. Okay, so nandito ba yung contractor? Great Slow Reconstruction? So the pronouncement of this construction firm is the Ritz Lowy Construction. Okay, so it's now open the document. Okay, also let's now proceed with the preliminary examination of the documents. With the documents found in the
This book bonded, partially capitalized and with the lifter.
okay, so let's proceed with the examination of the documents. Identify and check the validity of the documents attached.
Let's put the LGIPs. So it is a platinum membership. It is valid until April 5, 2027. And, the list of eligibility documents for the DTI certificate. It is valid until December 21, 2027. Next is the mayor's permit, valid until December 31, 2026. Then there's the tax clearance, which is valid until January 20, 2027. And next is the audited financial statement, which is filed last March 9, 2026. And next is the pickup license. So the expiration on February 1, 2020. Principal classifications general engineering category D.
So next document. Statement of all ongoing government contracts.
Statement of ongoing. For the statement of all ongoing government and private contracts have no ongoing. Mr. Chair.
Okay. So the next, the bid security.
So bid security, yeah, but that's bid security in the form of bid securing declaration. It's notarized by Attorney Marlon Caltino.
Then next, the project requirements, such as the org chart in the list of key personnel.
Yeah, here the organizational chart. In the list of key personnel. This is contractors key personnel to be assigned to the contract with their qualification data. And advertisement is the certificate of employment commitment to work in the contract. Notarized by Attorney Similar Marlon Flotino. All personnels have signified their commitment to work in the contract.
Okay, so next, the list of equipments, major construction equipments.
So next here is the list of major equipment. For on we have 7 units, and under list we have 7 units also, and under purchase agreement none. With attached cash invoice for the one sheet bagger mixer, another one for another bagger mixer, then another cash sales invoice for one sheet water pump and one sheet bar cutter, another sales invoice for one garbinder, then deed of sale for one unit wheel loader in between June. Supporting documents. Another supporting documents for owned equipment is a deed of sale for heavy equipment. another what do you call that? Supporting documents for well
Grader.
well grader. Another one is list of minimum testing equipment with a cash sales invoice for those testing equipments and apparatus. Or another attachment is a contract of lease for
List agreement.
there's a lease agreement for 1 unit backhoe, 1 unit dump truck, 1 unit cargo truck, and 1 unit vibratory roller. This is in between the contractor and Ramon Bulayodaw, notarized by the same lawyer, Tony Caltino, with this attached supporting documents such as ORs, NCRs, another one for contract list for 1 unit loader, which is in between Efren Dolnoan and the contractor, attached by the same lawyer, Tony Caltino, with the attached receipt. Another contract of lease with for 1 unit water truck in between Florencio Maliacos Jr. and the contractor, notarized by the same lawyer, Tony Caltino, with the attached or CRs.
Next, the omnibus zone statement.
The omnibus zone statement is updated and it's notarized by the same lawyer, Attorney Caltino.
So the audited financial statement.
Here's the audited financial statement. You get that's documents from the BRR, and then
The computation of the net financial contracting capacity.
the computed in FCC is 58,702,650 pesos.
Okay, so the Philippine bidding documents.
So attached here is the Philippine bidding documents, Mr. Chair.
So pass. Okay. And again, the RIPS Slowway construction. Pass the technical eligibility, so open the financial. Okay.
So for the financial proposal, it's book bounded, partially capitalized, and head lifted.
Okay, so let's the preliminary examination. There is the documents required, the original duly signed in accomplished financial bid form, the duly signed bid prices in the bill of quantities, duly accomplished detailed estimates, including the summary of the cost of labor, equipment rentals, and materials used in coming up with the bid, and then cash flow by quarter.
Okay. We have here the bid form, and in the bid prices in the bill of quantities, summary of bid prices. Then we have here the detailed estimates, and then the summary of material costs, labor costs, and equipment rates, rental rates, and coming up with the bid. And then lastly, we have here the cash flow by quarter, which is representing 186 calendar days. So, Mr. Chen, compliant.
Okay, so let's take a look at the bid offer. So the amount is 18,376,751 pesos in 32 centavos. 18,376,751.32 with no discounts. Okay, so variance is a negative 0.05%. Being a lone bidder, Reconstruction as the lowest bid, subject to further bid evaluation and post qualification. Okay, so we are done with the 26PF0012. So next is the 26PF0018.
We have one bidder.
Okay, another lone bidder. And who is the bidder? KJB Supplies and Construction Services. Okay, so let's proceed with the opening in examination of the document. KJB is a group of data. Just do the honor of examining the required documents, the questions.
For the technical documents, it's book bounded, all in capitalized and with lifted. So we go and now examine the documents. And for the PLGIPs, we have here the platinum membership, which is valid until March 16, 2027. Yes, till March 16, 2027.
Okay, so what is that?
And then we have here the DTA certificate. This is valid until March 18 until March 18, 2031. Here the mayor's permit valid until December 31, 2026. And next is the tax clearance valid until February 6, 2027. The next is the audited financial statement filed last April 30, 2025. And then here next is the pickup license. Valid until October 3, 2026. Under general engineering category B.
Current statement of major
List of
ongoing
ongoing government and private contracts. None. LCC none. Pascaman.
the security.
So bid security is in the form of bid securing declaration and then notarized by attorney Shikin Manghi. Next is the organizational chart with the list of contractors, key personnel to be assigned to the contract.